As we all get ready for the rapidly approaching Yontif of Pesach, the thing that is most on so many of our minds is Chametz, to make sure that we get rid of all the Chametz that we own, that we possess, and we turn over our homes and all the things that we have, our cars and all sorts of things, to make sure that we have no Chametz left. And it's really fascinating because if you learn the halachos, the sugyos in the Gemara and in the Rishonim about Chametz, there's a very unique law when it comes to what constitutes a violation of Chametz. So if a person has Chametz on Pesach, a person accidentally still has Chametz on Pesach, and they have not done the bittul, meaning the oral nullification of saying that this Chametz is not mine or that it's null and void or anything like that. So they actually have Chametz on Pesach. So the halacha states, according to many Rishonim, not according to everybody, and I'm not saying anything here practically speaking, halacha l'maisa, but there are many opinions that say that as long as you are in the process of going to get rid of the Chametz, you're not violating the prohibition of owning Chametz on Pesach. So when it comes to a lot of other violations in the Torah, a lot of other prohibitions, of course, if you're doing everything you can to try and avoid it, but yet you are still violating it for whatever reason, there is a category of ones, of anos, of being forced, of having no choice in the matter, and you kind of get off the hook in different ways. That's its own topic. But when it comes to Chametz, it's actually more within the halacha itself. It's not just that you're off the hook because you're forced and you have no choice, but it's that within the laws of Chametz, the prohibition of owning Chametz on Pesach does not apply to somebody as long as they're in the process of trying to get rid of it, even if they haven't yet gotten rid of it. And according to some opinions, even if you just have in mind to get rid of it, and you have something else going on that prevents you from engaging in that process, but you have in mind to get rid of it, it's already as if you don't own it and you are not violating the prohibition of owning Chametz. And I think this is so instructive for us because, of course, as many of us are familiar with, Chametz represents in different sources, it represents an idea of haughtiness, an idea of yeshus, of being something of kind of selfish, a self-absorption. Chametz that rises, that takes up space. It's kind of this arrogance, this possibly this hedonistic drive, however you want to look at it in some form of another, something along those lines. And so what this halacha is teaching us is we're not expected to get rid of all the Chametz. We're not expected to, at every single moment of our lives, to be completely and perfectly selfless, to be perfectly humble, to have no issues. Our task, our job, what we're called upon, is to be in the process of trying to get rid of the Chametz. And the trying is enough. The trying is enough. It's like Rav Moshe Weinberger told me at a wedding that I was at with him. He told me, I was complaining to him about different struggles, and he said to me, you know, what I hope one day is that they write on my kever, he tried, right? To try. That's what we're asked for, to try as much as we can. And I think that in this halacha of Chametz, what we're being taught is, if you're in the process, if you're on the way, kulanu baderach, as it's taught in Breslov, right? We're on the way, we're on the path, on the journey. As long as that's the direction you're pointed in, and you're doing what you can to get there, you're not lazily kind of just saying, well, I'm on the path, but you're genuinely and sincerely engaged in that process. Even if you haven't gotten rid of every ounce of arrogance and every ounce of self-driven pleasure and self-absorption, because none of us will ever get rid of all of that. But we're on the path, we're on the way to trying to the best of our ability to get there. That already is a kiyum of getting rid of all the Chametz.